Okay, my name is John Moore. I'm the head coach at Lakewood Aquatics.
수영에 관한 모든 이야기, 슈터뷰.
안녕하세요, 김예슬입니다. 오늘은 제가 미국에 와서 수영 클럽팀에 방문을 하게 되었습니다. 그래서 클럽팀 코치님, 헤드 코치님이신 존씨 무어 코치님하고 짧게 슈터뷰를 진행해 보려고 합니다. 레이크우드 아쿠아틱에서 지금 훈련을 하고 있고, LA에서는 굉장히 큰 클럽팀이고 기간도 굉장히 오래돼서 우수한 선수들도 많이 배출한 유명한 팀이라고 해요. 그래서 짧게 인터뷰를 진행해 볼 테니까 많이 시청해 주세요. 코치님의 간단한 소개와 클럽팀 소개를 부탁드리겠습니다.
Okay, my name is John Moore. I'm the head coach at Lakewood Aquatics, and my wife and I have been running this team since about 2007. And since then, we've grown from a small team to a fairly large, about 200 swimmers team that's one of the top swim clubs in Southern California. And we have athletes that compete at all different levels, gone to swim in college, and have represented Lakewood Aquatics at national championships, junior nationals, and NCAA championships, and also Olympic trials. So, brief history of a club. It started in 1964, so that's 55 years ago. By Jim Montrella, he was an Olympic coach in the United States, and national team coach many years. There's a strong tradition of Olympians coming from our club from the 1960s and 70s, and since then it hasn't been to that caliber, but our goal is to get it back to that caliber someday, and we're working towards that every day. So.
현재 클럽팀 선수들은 어떻게 훈련을 하고 있고 얼마나 훈련을 하고 있는지 질문을 드려볼게요.
I use a yearly plan and just have different phases of the season where we're building our technique, where we're developing new skills, things we're going to use throughout the year, and then we do a lot of repetition, low yardage, a lot of repetition of the same things just to get the muscle memory at the beginning of the season. We build into more aerobic training, longer workouts, harder sets, more intensity as the season goes. We, at the top end, incorporate weight room training. We do dry land training throughout the program, and that also kind of builds through the year. Once we get through the fall, going into January, February, we have a focus on competing fast in March at the end of the short course season. So we continue building up, and then we kind of taper down a little bit. We focus more on speed work, fine tuning, and then after March we focus on long course. So again, we build our base, we reinforce some of the skills we learned earlier in the fall, reintroduce some of the things that we introduced at the beginning of the season just to help solidify those things for the swimmers in their conscious and subconscious, and then train a lot harder. I try to add more yardage and more volume going into long course season just so their bodies are used to the longer pool. And at the end of the year, end of July, early August, we taper, and most of the time it works well. Two different seasons. The short course season ends typically in February, March in the United States, and then we transition into long course meters. So we're unique here where we swim short course yards. So yards is different than a metric system. It's not short course meters. It's a little bit shorter than meters. And it's a really fast swimmers in yards really have great turns. So it's really focused on turns and push-offs and underwaters. So we do focus a little more in the fall on those skills, working on our underwaters and push-offs and turns. Because that's a bigger part of short course racing.
그럼 시기별로 훈련을 한다고 하셨는데 야드 수영장에서 훈련을 하면 어떤 장점이 있을까요?
Yeah, I think it depends on if the swimmer is disciplined. They can gain a lot of, I think, cardiovascular and lung improvement by training short course because they're doing more turns, which means they're spending more time underwater. So you can really improve those skills. And if you're doing it right, you're working hard, you can actually gain endurance from swimming short course because, like I said, you're spending more time underwater, so you're getting that anaerobic work plus the aerobic work. But if you're not disciplined and you're not working your underwaters and you're breaking out and breathing right off the wall, then you're going to be used to resting. So it's a detriment. It's not a good thing in that sense, where if a swimmer is being lazy and not working the walls in the middle of the long course pool, they're going to want to rest. They're going to be tired. our club's mission is to create an environment for young student athletes to perform at the highest level of their ability in competitive swimming. And the vision is to build the program that serves our greater Lakewood Long Beach community and improves the lives of our athletes and people around us.
수영을 지도하시면서 가장 중요하게 생각하시는 부분은 어떤 게 있을까요?
So I think my philosophy is as if you're building a race car or something. To build a good swimmer, you have to have good technique. So I think the most important thing is building good technique from a young age and building that through the program. Without that, I think you're very limited. So my philosophy is good technique. As they get into a little more competitive swimming, as they get 10, 11, 12 years old, that's when I think it's really important for them to add a little bit more volume so that they can learn how to train. I think they need to learn how to train and be able to adapt to different coaches and different styles and philosophies.
네 가지 각 종목별로 가장 중요하게 생각하시는 포인트가 어떤 건지 궁금합니다.
Body position
Body position.
is probably to me the most important. Butterfly,
Yeah.
definitely butterfly balance.
Balance.
Front and back balance,
Back.
making sure that the swimmer doesn't go too deep in the front or come up too high in the front, and swimming close to the surface of the water. So it's body position really, but balance and butterfly and making sure that you're not creating too much drag. Backstroke, relaxed body position, and shoulder rotation, but not as much hip rotation. I like the feet to kick up and down more in backstroke. I think when they get turned to the side too much, to me it throws the balance off a little bit too much in backstroke. So good, again, relaxed body position, shoulder rotation, and I've never seen a backstroker without their head being still. So really good head positions. Breaststroke. The kick and the pull are very important, although same thing, body position and balance is very important. But the pull, I believe, is built in the out sweep, so getting really good extension and good head position and nice straight line into the out sweep will help build the pull in your in sweep. So and the kick, the timing of the kick is important. I don't think it should be during the stroke; it should be during the recovery. So I think the timing of breaststroke is really important, but it's also if you miss the front part of the stroke, you're not going to have much of a breaststroke. So the sculling, the pull out in front, and the timing of the kick and breaststroke very important. Timing of the breath is important, I think, in freestyle. That main two factors that it affects. First of all, is body position. If the breath is coming in late, you have to lift the head, and then it's going to change your body position during your breath. So you can take the breath as the body rotates and keeping your head down in line with the body. That's very important for the timing to keep good body position. Second thing is if you're holding your head up and you're breathing late and you're pulling with your opposite arm, a lot of times it tends to cause the swimmer to cross over and drop their elbow down to have inefficient strokes when they're breathing. So.
현재 팀에서 클럽 팀에서 가장 잘하는 선수는 어느 정도의 수준의 선수일까요?
Best.
See, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think right now our current best athlete is a senior. Her name is Josie Liebzeit, and she's been part of Lakewood. She learned how to swim at Lakewood Aquatics. She's been a part of the program since she was 6 years old, and she's going to be swimming next year at Washington State University in the Pac-12, and she's developed into quite a versatile swimmer. She's very good at distance events. She's good in the mile and the 1,000, the 500 freestyles. She's developed all of her strokes. She's turned into a really good IMer, so she's a really good 400 IMer, and she's gotten better at the 200 IMer. She's got a little more speed. Her primary stroke is backstroke, where she's team record holder, I think, for all the backstroke since she was a 13-year-old, 100s and 200s.
선수들에게 선물할 수영복을 준비해서 왔는데 혹시 같이 입고 사진도 찍고 레이스도 해볼 수 있을까요?
Yeah, for sure.
Great.
네, 이렇게 스쿼드는 마치고요. 다음 영상에서 선수들하고 짧게 레이스 같이 해보도록 할게요. 많이 시청해주세요.